Section 2.3, Subtracting Integers. In this video, we will learn how subtraction may be defined as the opposite of addition and how to find the difference of two integers with a number line, how to find the difference of two integers with physical intuition, how to find the difference of two integers with adding two integers with unlike signs from Section 2.2, how to subtract integers with rules guiding order of operations, and how to measure the change in a quantity. In Section 1.2, we stated that subtraction is the opposite of addition. Thus, to subtract 4 from 7, we walked 7 units to the right on the number line, but then walked 4 units in the opposite direction to the left, as shown in Figure 2.10. Thus, 7 minus 4 equals 3. The key phrase is add the opposite. Thus, the subtraction 7 minus 4 becomes the addition 7 plus negative 4, which we would picture on the number line as shown in Figure 2.11. Figure 2.10 and Figure 2.11 provide ample evidence that the subtraction 7 minus 4 is identical to the addition 7 plus negative 4. Again, subtraction means add the opposite, that is, 7 minus 4 equals 7 plus negative 4. Defining subtraction. Subtraction means add the opposite, that is, if a and b are any integers, then a minus b equals a plus negative b. Thus, for example, negative 123 minus 150 equals negative 123 plus negative 150, and negative 57 minus negative 91 equals negative 57 plus 91. In each case, subtraction means add the opposite. In the first case, subtracting 150 is the same as adding negative 150. In the second case, subtracting negative 91 is the same as adding 91. Example 1. Find the differences. A. 4 minus 8. Change the subtraction to addition with the phrase subtraction means add the opposite. That is, 4 minus 8 equals 4 plus a negative 8. We can now perform this addition on the number line. Move 4 spaces from 0 to the right, then 8 spaces from 4 to the left. Thus, 4 minus 8 equals 4 plus a negative 8 equals negative 4. B. Negative 15 minus 13. First, change the subtraction into addition by adding the opposite. That is, negative 15 minus 13 equals negative 15 plus a negative 13. We can now use physical intuition to perform the addition. Start at the origin 0, walk 15 units to the left, then an additional 13 units to the left, arriving at the answer, negative 28. C. Negative 117 minus a negative 115. First, change the subtraction into addition by adding the opposite. That is, negative 117 minus a negative 115 equals negative 117 plus 115. Using adding two integers with unlike signs from Section 2.2, first, subtract the smaller magnitude from the larger magnitude. That is, 117 minus 115 equals 2. Because negative 117 has the larger magnitude and its sign is negative, prefix a negative sign to the difference in magnitudes. Thus, the difference is negative 2. Order of operations. We will now apply the rules guiding order of operations from Section 1.5 to a number of example exercises. Example 2. Simplify negative 5 minus negative 8 minus 7. Solution. We work from left to right, changing each subtraction by adding the opposite. So, change it to negative 5 plus 8 plus negative 7. Since the opposite of negative 8 is 8 and the opposite of 7 is negative 7. Then, negative 5 plus 8, working from left to right, is 3, and 3 plus negative 7 is negative 4. Grouping symbols say, do me first. Example 3. Simplify negative 2 minus a negative 2 minus 4. Solution. Parenthetical expressions must be evaluated first. Simplify the parenthetical expression first. Add the opposite of 4, which is negative 4. Then, inside parentheses, negative 2 plus negative 4 equals negative 6. Subtracting a negative 6 is the same as adding a 6. Then, adding negative 2 plus 6 equals 4. Change as a difference. Suppose that when I leave my house in the early morning, the temperature outside is 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Later in the day, the temperature measures 60 degrees Fahrenheit. How do I measure the change in the temperature? The change in a quantity. To measure the change in a quantity, always subtract the former measurement from the latter measurement. That is, for change in quantity equals latter measurement minus former measurement. Thus, to measure the change in temperature, I perform a subtraction as follows. Latter measurement is 60 degrees Fahrenheit minus the former measurement 40 degrees Fahrenheit. The difference is 20 degrees Fahrenheit. Note that the positive answer is in accord with the fact that the temperature has increased. Example 4. Suppose that in the afternoon the temperature measures 65 degrees Fahrenheit, then late evening the temperature drops to 44 degrees Fahrenheit. Find the change in temperature. Solution. To measure the change in temperature, we must subtract the former measurement from the latter measurement. The latter measurement was 44 degrees Fahrenheit, minus the former measurement of 65 degrees Fahrenheit, leads to a negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit. Note that the negative answer is in accord with the fact that the temperature has decreased. There has been a change of negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit. Example 5. Sometimes a bar graph is not the most appropriate visualization for your data. For example, consider the bar graph in Figure 2.12. Depicting the Dow Industrial Average for 7 consecutive days in March of 2009, because the bars are of almost equal height, it is difficult to detect fluctuation or change in the Dow Industrial Average. Let's determine the change in the Dow Industrial Average on a day-to-day basis. Remember to subtract the latter measurement minus the former. Current day minus former day. Thus gives us the following changes: consecutive days and changes in Dow Industrial Average. We will use the data in the table to construct a line graph on the horizontal axis. We place the pairs of consecutive days, see Figure 2.13, on the vertical axis. We place the change in the industrial Dow average. At each pair of days, we plot a point at a height equal to the change in Dow Industrial Average as calculated in our table. Note that the data as displayed by Figure 2.13 more readily shows the changes in the Dow Industrial Average on a day-to-day basis. For example, it is now easy to pick the day that saw the greatest increase in the Dow from Wednesday to Thursday. The Dow rose 200 points.